Hey, how you doing? This is Oz from Oz Mechanics, and we got another video for you. Hey, as a owner of a vehicle, have you ever gone to a mechanic shop, showed them the car, and told them the symptom, and they said, "Oh, is this?" How do you know without testing it out? And they just switch out parts and switch every single part that's available on there without testing out the vehicle. Well, if that happened to you, this video is for you. On this video, we have a 2003 Dodge Durango, and it will stall out. It showed a crank sensor code on there, P0335. So customer complaint was he'll be at the stoplight and bam, it'll shut off, or he'll be driving him out of nowhere, it'll shut off. Well, you know what? We can just throw a crank sensor on there and see what happens, or we can do a little test on it. There's two different tests on this one. There's a dirty way, and there's a proper way. The proper way will be getting an oscilloscope, and that's the oscilloscope right there. And the easy way to put this, if you ever been to a doctor and you've seen those little waveforms, heart rate, and all that good stuff, that's what an oscilloscope is. But we have an oscilloscope for a vehicle, and with this one I have a Snap-on Vantage. If you do not have this, and most people on the channel probably don't have this, I'm going to show you a nice little way to test this out. And please be careful when you do this. Do it on your own discretion, you know, and just be careful. And what I do on this, I basically get a little hammer and just try to agitate the crank sensor, and we're going to see if it actually shuts off the vehicle. Done it a couple of times and it did shut off the vehicle, so I am concluding that this will be a crank sensor. And the best way to actually do this and be 100% sure is to hook up the oscilloscope. But because a lot of people right here don't have an oscilloscope, I'm just going to show the easy way and dirty way to this. So what we need first is to turn on the vehicle, and we need a hammer. Okay, we're not gonna use that hammer. This is way too big. We will crack everything. So we need a baby hammer. This is really a baby hammer, like size of my hand. It is tiny. So we just want to tap it and see by agitating the crank sensor if it does shut off. If it does shut off, we're having the problem with this one. Some vehicles are a little bit different. I'm just trying to show you a nice easy little way as a easy test. If I was you, I would highly I'm telling this to all the viewers on there. If you are a first time mechanic, if you have never picked up a wrench, please, I would highly recommend you to take it to a mechanic nearby that knows his stuff, and you can trust. But let's get back to this, and let's give it a little test, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully it picks it up like I did it last time. So I am gonna, because I can't take you down there, the crank sensor, show you real quick, show you why it's hard. I'm only using one hand. Crank sensor is right there. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. So, because I only have two hands and need to hold one with the thing, I'm just gonna put the camera right here in front of the vehicle. Go crank it on. You'll hear the engine, and then you'll hear it stall as soon as I hit it. Oh no. Alright, camera fell, but you can hear the engine. I'm about to go tap it right now and it will shut off. Wow, that was quick. I barely tapped it one time and that engine turned off. Alright, so that concludes it. Whew, that was hard. No, it wasn't. It was easy. So, if you ever have a problem with your crank sensor, cam sensor, just any other sensor, please be careful. But if you can barely tap in, a lot of people what they use is the back of the screwdriver, not enough where it won't damage the sensor. Because if you do break the sensor, you're in a heap load of trouble right there. Because sometimes it's harder to take it off with a broken sensor compared to something that's fully on there. But if you do like, please subscribe, thumbs up as well, like, share, do all that good stuff. Hey, tell your friends about this. And if you do have a thumbs down, please let me know why. And like I said, I know I'm going to probably have some haters putting thumbs down because they don't like hitting it and this and that. But like I said, this video is just for people that do not have an oscilloscope. And like I said, I'd rather test stuff out rather than changing it out right off the bat. This was a little nice small test. It proved that it was actually the crank sensor, and I'm happy. I'm going to change it out, and then we're going to go from there. Y'all take care. Goodbye. Bye.